च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः.
Welcome back to the study of the Bhagavad Gita after a short break of 2 weeks. Now we had started the 6th chapter and we had introduced ourselves to this study because in the Bhagavad Gita a particular method is followed. Why only in Bhagavad Gita? All the scriptures of the past had a procedure and a methodology laid down by means of which people could understand the way the arguments are being developed. We have to some extent lost touch with that system as of today. So it will be good for us to revive the understanding how the ideas are rationally developed in such scriptures which are ancient. Now we have studied the first 5 chapters and each chapter has some contribution to make to clarify our ideas regarding the goal of our life. Now in the first chapter we find that high and mighty Arjuna, he feels himself inadequate, insufficient, unable to cope with the demands of a situation. Situation not of his own creation, but he had taken it so lightly, he did not know what he is bargaining for. At the crux of the moment, he understands that he is totally inadequate. Like every ordinary human being, he tries to cover up his inadequacy behind high-sounding philosophy. All of us do so. So Arjuna was like us. We don't have the courage to admit straight away that I'm sorry, I'm wrong. I'm sorry, I didn't prepare myself to cope with it. Instead of that, he started talking very high-sounding philosophy. That is, to kill a man, that's not good. I would rather renounce the throne of India and be a mendicant monk. As if to run away from the challenges of life is a method of being a monk. Anyway, Sri Krishna handles him correctly and starts teaching him. This is the first chapter. The second chapter says that you should know what is your goal of life and how do you achieve that goal of life. So the second chapter is nothing else but the truth and the whole truth that this world is an appearance, there is some reality behind this appearance, there is some truth behind this transitory world, and that is your true original nature. Try to identify yourself as to who you are, and what is your true original nature. That was the essence of the second chapter, the awareness or the concept of the indestructibility of human soul. And that soul is the essence of this universe. When looked at from the cosmic point of view, we call him Parameshwara Nirgun Brahma. When we look at subjectively, we call it Atman, my true original nature. All that has been very properly thrashed out. Having established that, it comes to our mind, for the time being, I am prepared to agree, sir, what you say. Now tell me, how do I reach that goal? It's but very natural. You have given me certain ideas. I am within my rights to ask you how to concretize those ideas, how to practicalize those ideas, how to profit myself, benefit myself by translating those ideas into my day-to-day life. To answer to that question, the third chapter was introduced. What is that? the basic concept of art of living. The way we live, we end up in messing our lives. And what is the cause of that mess up? The cause is our inordinate, uncontrolled expectation from world around us. That is how the ball starts rolling. That the first and foremost thing is, let us learn or let us teach ourselves how to perform the duties of our life in such a manner that instead of making a mess of my life, I make use of this performance of the duties of my life a means to realize my true original nature. That was the concept of Karma Yoga, and we have thrashed at it, hammered away at it for months together. When that was done, then Arjuna was a bit confused. What was the confusion? In the second chapter, Sri Krishna admired up to the sky height, as it were, the outlook or a perspective of a realized soul who has detached himself from the involvement of this world. And in this third chapter he says, you get into your world's work, your life's duties, full steam ahead, do it this way. So two methodologies were placed before Arjuna. It is but natural, we will compare and we will ask which is better of the two. I would like to have the better one. Which is the better of the two? And Sri Krishna immediately said, don't start comparing. Both of them are valid, direct means of realization of your own true original nature. Jat sankhai prapyate sthanam tad yogairapi gamyate. Sankha yoga prithak bala pravadanti na pandita. The knowers of the self, they don't make any distinction between the two. They are only two different paths, two different ways. Now, when Krishna was saying so, it is but natural Arjuna will feel, he is my cousin brother, he and me, we have been brought up together. How come he is talking with such an authority that he is God himself? How come? Arjuna even then was not aware what is the true original nature of Krishna is. He knew he is my cousin brother, my fast friend, my friend, philosopher, my guide, whatever it may be. But the way Sri Krishna was talking, that authority behind his talk surprised Arjuna, wherefrom Krishna has this authority and this command that he is speaking as if he knows everything under the sun. So he asks himself, how are you talking like this? That you have enunciated this, you have propounded this, you have taught this. How come? From what authority are you speaking like this? And on the fourth chapter we find Sri Krishna slowly and slowly elaborates that he is an incarnation of the divine, and being an incarnation of the divine, he knows the past, he knows the present, he knows the future, and he can guide the human destiny by the authority at his own command. Being the divine incarnation and being aware of the divinity, that is his own true original nature. That covers up the fourth chapter. The fifth chapter, having given us an understanding that human weakness of expectation from the activities that a human being performs in life, that expectation is the cause of all human misery. Because you can expect, but whether your expectation will be fulfilled or not is beyond your control. So you are bartering away the peace and tranquility of your own being by expecting things from the world and your friends.